even though there's no one here. I say this all the time. Right, I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Hyaluron Expert. It's another late live. Just sort of do them later because, you know, maybe there'd be more people freer at this time. We'll soon find out. This just smells so nice, and I thought this was going to be like this live the last time I used this palette. I think it'll be the last time I use it in a live, because you'll be getting sick of the sight of it. But there's at least 4 shades there. There's that really nice goldy bronze. I might use that today. I was going to use that purple shade, and then there's 2 silver shades here. I can see myself depotting the shades that I like, but I'll need to make sure I've got the magnets, because they're not magnetic, are they? Feeling a bit tired today, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I don't know where I've put... Oh, it's there, right in front of me. So we'll just put some of this under the eye. It's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. It's nearly all gone. Hi, honey. How are you? Right, and then... Where is it? Yeah, it's not going too bad, thank you. So then I'm going to go in with the Prep and Perfect Pore Smoothner, just for the pores. And I like to use a glowy one. So we'll start from the nose area. And I do take it under my eyes, but that needs to soak in first. And we'll put some on the forehead. Just basically where lines are. I don't speak English that much, but I speak Spanish. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Right, and then I'm going to use this. I'm trying to use it up. It's the Becca Backlighting Primer. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Thanks for coming in. So we just want some glow on the cheeks here. I say we want some glow. I want some glow. And then, let me check the under eye. Yeah. I just need to go back in with a bit more of this for the under eye. It's like filler. Oh, it's a miserable day in the UK. You have to go out again in a minute. Well, not in a minute, in about an hour, once I've done this live. And I'm going to get wet. Thank heavens for rain jackets. Okay, so I'm unsure what foundation to use. I might use my Laura Geller one. I don't know. Someone's banging on the window. I don't think it's my window though. I think it's just over the road. Good, and yourself? I'm not too bad, thank you. I've just had a really busy day. I had to take my mum to the doctor's this morning. Right, let's put some Fenty on. So I'm going to put some Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I was going to do my Laura Geller powder, but I'll do that another time. It landed on the hairdryer, thank goodness. It's definitely hydrating. It's definitely what it claims to be. Does it say it's demi-matte or what? Doesn't. Just says Pro Filter Hydrating Long... Oh, it's a Longwear Foundation. I just got home too. My aunt had a total facelift. Wow. She's 78 and she had a catheter and it was irritating her. So I took her to the ER. I know all about catheters, sorry. My mum was on a catheter for months when she was really, really sick in hospital. And like it would always bypass. And the nurses never believed her. I said, it's not. And my mum said, you know, it's my bladder. I know when it's bypassing. And she had to, like, at times beg them to change the catheter for her. And that was just, I've never seen my mum cry like that. You know, it was just because she was in so much pain. That wasn't nice. Like I said, you know, I mean, she was on it for like a good 6 months. And when she came out of hospital the first time, and I had to like kind of change it for her and things. I mean, what I will say about your aunt, she's brave, because I could not go for a facelift or any kind of procedure. I once thought about having cosmetic surgery and I just, no. You know, I'd be so worried about it going wrong because you hear all kinds, don't you, about things going wrong. I know cosmetic surgery is quite big in America. And it's getting that way here in the UK as well. But personally, for me personally, I'd rather grow old gracefully. Going in with the Body Collection Concealer. I guess when she has surgery, she always has problems passing urine, but they wanted to keep it in her for 2 weeks, and it's been 5 days, and it was really bothering her. Then, of course, you've got to take her to the ER, don't you? Do you not have district nurses, Jamie, in the US? Like, when we was at home, I would call the district nurses if there was any issues. Like, sometimes there would be blood in the, like, bag from the catheter, and I'd have to get them to come out, rather than actually taking her back to the hospital, because she could barely walk. Oh, I'm liking that finish. Right, let's do the brows and let this kind of settle in, and then we can put some powder on. Need a mirror for this part. Okay, I'm going to go in with this Smashbox Photo Op. It's just basically eyeshadows. But I was mixing 2 brown eyeshadows, and now I've run out of one of them, so I can only use a darker one. But it's fine. I like my brows dark anyway. And I just go in with a little bit. The health system in America sucks. They keep building hospitals larger, but did even have enough staff when they were smaller. It sucks here as well. I mean, we have got the NHS system, so we are lucky in some respects, but it can take a long time to actually get to an appointment. You know, when you're being referred to a consultant. I feel like this brow needs a bit more on. So I do understand. Emma, hi. How are you? Right, now I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Gel. I always forget the name, it's a mouthful. Yeah, I'm not too bad, Emma, thank you. It's just been a very long day. And as per usual, the weather sucks here, so it's not the best when you have to go back out. Right, let's get some powder on for under the eye especially. I used to work in a nursing home, and there was 2 of us to 50 residents, and it was a total care nursing home. They needed us for everything. Yeah, that's what I had to do for my mum. She needed me for everything, but it's just one person. Like for me, I did try and go into the care industry, and I was there 6 months, and it just got to the point where I just didn't want to do it anymore. You know, I don't mind caring for my mum, caring for a family member, but that's completely different to actually caring for strangers. I mean, it's an admirable profession, but it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's been pouring down in Shrewsbury all day. Oh, you're from Shrewsbury? I'm sure you probably told me that before. I'm from Lancashire, and yeah, it's the same here. I mean, this is the way I think. Sorry, I'm going in with the Collection Hydra Setting Powder. So we get a few days of sun, don't we, Emma? And then it can't handle it. The country can't handle it. It's like, we need to rain now. We need to revert back to normal. I mean, I'm not bothered about the sun. I don't like the sun anyway, when it's too hot, that is. And what's the weather meant to be like tomorrow? I bet it's raining. I bet you any money it's raining, because I've got to go out tomorrow to the dreaded job centre. And I bet you any money it's raining. And I'm also going out for dinner with my mum. So, yeah, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do this live today or tomorrow, but since I'm not going to be in most of the day tomorrow, and yeah, I could have done it at this time tomorrow, but I'll probably just be out all day and then go to my mum's and stay there. I don't know if I'll stay overnight, but I'll definitely stay there until later on in the evening. It's so cold too, I know, it really is. Dry but cloudy. Is that tomorrow? Well, it's good if it's going to be dry. I can plan what I want to wear, but I don't want to get too dressed up going into the job centre, because, like, normally I never wear makeup, but we are going, like, for pub lunch. Well, pub tea, should I say, pub dinner or whatever. So I do want to get dressed up. I don't go out often. And, yeah, I do want to get dressed up, but I don't want the job centre. I don't know, I mean, I don't think it's any bother to them whether I'm dressed up or not, is it really? Yeah, well, here anyway. I must, like, after the live, I'll have to check. I'll have to check what it's like where I am. Okay, so I forgot I had this in the other live I've done. This is actually part of Shop My Stash, so you've seen it early. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. And I've not used it in months, but look at the pan. I've hit pan. So I'm going to go in with this one first. I'm just going to stamp it on, and then we'll go in with a glowy one over the top. I feel like this bronzer is really, really nice, but I do want to try. There's two that I want to try. There's the Rare Beauty one, but they're expensive. And then there's the Mario one. So the bronzer sticks from them. I don't want to get them both. And I'm not going to get them until probably Black Friday, until I've come off my no-buy. I've done an update for the no-buy, a 6-month update, but it's not gone out yet. It's going out when? I think Monday of next week. This is a good brush for inside this part. It's a Japanese one, Japanese 718. Do you like powder or cream products better? I would say I like them, you know, I like them both. Like cream products, I wouldn't just wear this as a bronzer, because it will wear off, especially if I've got my makeup on for hours on end. Powder sets it, so, and then obviously, like towards the end of my makeup routine, if you've noticed, I will go in with a dewy setting spray anyway, so it makes the makeup dewy, and also this finishing powder as well. It, like in here, it's just, it makes you look flawless. So I love the Hourglass finishing powders for that. What is it you prefer? Do you prefer cream? It's almost 90 degrees here today. Ouch. I mean, I just don't think we get much summers here, especially not in the northwest. Literally, right? I could be shopping in Manchester, which is what, 35 miles away from where I live, and I get back to where I live, and literally it's raining, so like it's raining cats and dogs. That's what we say in the UK. Right, let's get this bronzer out. I'm really loving this palette. I've pulled so many products out from my Shop My Stash, but it's probably just going to get to the point where I'm just using all these products in here because I feel like I've made, you know, an ideal spring summer blush bronzer highlighter palette. And I'd like to use this up, you know, probably not this Shop My Stash, but yeah, I want to use it up, and like, because it's quite a big pan as well, then I can put something else in there in its place. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I don't know your, I obviously know your username, Epic Vids, but I don't know your real name, and I'd like to say hi to you. So if you don't mind putting that in the chat. In Pennsylvania, we get summer and winter. We never get spring or fall. Really? Oh, you're missing out on one of the best seasons, fall. Amazing, I love it. Let's just blend this out. So that e.l.f. bronzer that I've just used, it's just so good for the price point, guys. I do have a blusher as well by them. That's actually in my Shop My Stash drawer. I'm going to be doing a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me soon, but the Shop My Stash has to go up before I can actually do that. Otherwise, it's pointless even putting that Shop My Stash up if I do a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me first, if you will. But that Shop My Stash, I'm saying Shop My Stash a lot. That Shop My Stash is going up on Friday. Is it right? Friday? I think Friday, yeah. Right, what do I want to use? I need to figure out what blusher I'm putting on. Not blusher, eyeshadow, sorry. I think I'm going to go with what I was initially, because I'm still using this palette. I honestly don't know whether to keep or declutter it. Like, I thought it was like kind of last chance saloon today, but there's at least 4 shades I want to try. I mean, these, I should really try these two together. But I really like the look of this one. And then obviously this one would go with my top. Right, we'll keep the blusher neutral because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Hi, Grace. We have very odd weather in Shrewsbury. We're the loop of a river and we have different weather on both sides of town. Oh, really? Jamie, when I first started YouTube, I thought Shop My Stash meant the person was selling their makeup. I can understand why you thought that. I've been doing Shop My Stash now for years. I'd say this is at least my 4th year of doing it, maybe even 5th. No, it's definitely 4th, I think. I just need to find a blusher brush. Right, we'll use this New Look one. So, very clean. I do feel like I want this, and I said I'd keep it neutral, and that's more peach. So it's a Benefit California. Oh, I didn't put a bronzer on, did I? Didn't put this bronzer on here. Maybe we can go over with that in a minute. I'm being sidetracked, aren't I? Doesn't take much, honestly. It really doesn't. Right, let me go in with that bronzer. It looks really good on you. Thanks, Grace. Don't forget to give our beautiful host a thumbs up. Yes, please. I can do with all the help that I can get. I miss everyone's lives. You know, I put my notifications on. Didn't you do a live today, Jamie? I'm sure I saw that. Or is that tomorrow? I can't even remember now. I'm sure I saw that you had a live coming up. I put my notification on, but it's not told me anything. Just blending this out now. I don't want to look too muddy or too orange. Oh, I forgot to answer your question. I've been loving cream products lately. What are your favourites? I love this glow here. I always say that when I put some glowy product on. I just like glowing here. Right. And we'll use this highlighter here. This is out of my Shop My Stash as well. I don't mind showing you this. So it was at 1:30. Oh, I was out then. There was supposed to be like 10 people on the live, but my cousin called me last minute to take my aunt, so I couldn't make that live. Oh, I see. Oh, so I didn't really miss the live, did I not? Well, I missed it, but you went in it, if you see what I mean. Okay, so we're done with that palette. Yeah, I really, really like this for spring and summer. Like, it's got some really nice spring and summer shades. So this is Benefit, this is Benefit, that's Benefit. This is a Tanya Burr bronzer, that's a Tanya Burr blush, Primark highlighter, and Tarte blushes. And then I've built one as well for winter. I just think, you know, I know what I like on my face. So yeah, that's that really. Okay, let's get some of this finishing powder on from Hourglass. This just makes you look flawless. I really, really like it. And any Hourglass powder would do the same. You wouldn't need to use this one. It's the Ambient Lighting Edit palette that they brought out a couple of years ago. And I'm only using the powder, like I'm only project panning the powder. And I would show it you, but my project pan update hasn't gone up yet. It's part of the That's Expensive project pan. I can show you what the outside of the palette looks like, even though I've just shown it. So that's what it looks like. I have Milk Cream blush and some others. I have Rare Beauty Contour cream, but I really want to try Danessa Myricks cream products. Yeah, she's got some good ones out, hasn't she? Have you tried that yummy foundation that she's got out? I've heard good things about that. I literally can't get anything till November. In one of my videos, this woman, I'm sure she thought that she was doing, like, making a good point, but I have spent like just under £20 in 6 months, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, like for me personally, from where I was 2 years ago. And she's like, I thought the whole point of a no-buy, like to me it was coming across as a little bit snarky. Maybe that wasn't her intention, not retention. So she was like, I thought, like, you're only supposed to buy a primer when you're out of a primer, and I am practically done with that favourite primer, but I've got like 5 in backup because they were so cheap, and because it's my favourite primer. I'm not just going to leave it in the store to get discontinued. If I see something like that, then of course I'm going to buy it. I've not bought eyeshadow palettes and the rest of the categories. The only things I'm buying are hair care and skincare, which aren't part of my no-buy, but it just felt like I had to justify myself to her, you know, and no one should have to justify themselves to anyone when they're on a no-buy. You can do your no-buy how you want to. So, you know, that's kind of what I said to her, to be honest. Right, what have I missed? I just love the way it melts into your skin and it looks more natural. I do think cream products do look more natural, but if you want longevity of the makeup, I think, like, especially if you want it more than 5 hours to be on your face, I feel like you need to set with a powder, but that is just my own personal opinion. No, I did get the Yummy blush samples. I tried the orangey one and really like it. I don't know if they do them on Beauty Bay. The only thing I've got by Danessa Myricks is an eyeshadow palette, and I've got one of those foils, iron lip foils, which I don't know if I'm too keen on that, to be honest. It's your money, it's your choice. Don't listen to people, it's not their business. That's what I thought. I'm like, why are you having an opinion on it? You've got your own no-buy that you're doing. I know I'm doing great compared to previous years. It's like I've said in my no-buy update, I'm spoiling it a little bit now, just because I want to talk to you guys about it. Like, under £20, I used to spend that in a month. I'd probably spend it in a week, like a few years ago. So the fact that I've not bought an eyeshadow palette since November, and I've not bought any of the other categories, and what she was having a go at me for. Yeah, it's excessive. When you think about it, it is excessive. I've got 5 backups of that primer now, but they're discontinuing it, you know, and I don't want to be without it. Eventually I'm going to be without it, aren't I? So it is what it is. Hi Heather, how are you? Right, I need to put some eyeshadow primer on now. I'm just using that one I always use, the W7 Prime View. I just think people will always have opinions. Me personally, I have watched a lot of no-buy videos, and a lot of people have bought more than what I've bought, and I've just kept it to myself, you know. It's none of my business what people buy on their no-buy. And I watched this one woman who was on a no-buy, and she's completely broken it. And she said, I can't do it, you know, I love eyeshadow palettes too much. And she's trying to grow a channel, so yeah, I'm just not at that stage. I'm not at that stage anymore where I'll go out and I'll buy a palette just to review. I don't think my channel's big enough for that anyway. And the views just aren't there. And I've got so many palettes that I need to start doing videos with. This is where life's coming. I usually buy from her site, because when I go on her site, they text you a discount code. So, like the Lightworks palette, I only paid 96. Only, LOL, instead of 125. It's a lot of money though, isn't it, Jamie? The Declutter one I've got, I can't even remember the name of it. Is it Lightworks Volume 3? It's small. It's not one of the bigger ones. Can't remember it. I have shown it on here before. I didn't pay for it. I didn't buy it, and I don't know if I would buy it. It's very, very good. I need to bring it out at some stage and do a look with it. My friend got it me and sent it to me from Beautylish. Those Declutter palettes, the bigger ones, they used to be able to be bought on Beauty Bay, but I don't think you can buy them on Beauty Bay anymore. So, yeah, I mean, if I was to order from her site, I would probably get a customs fee for the UK. And let's get a brush. And it would cost me a fortune in shipping. So it's not worth it for me. Use what you have. I just decluttered over 200 palettes I never used. I bought them on sale just to buy them. Heather, how many palettes do you have? I think I've got about that in total in my collection at the moment. 150, either between 150 and 200. Isn't it terrible how I don't know exact amount? A lot of people do these. They make a note, don't they? They write them down on a spreadsheet so that they know how many they've got, what's come into the collection, what's been decluttered. I should really do that, but I'm going to be honest, I can't be asked. So, yeah. I keep what I buy to myself, because when I first started YouTube, I did unboxings and someone said you have a lot of makeup when I really didn't. A lot of subscriptions are mostly skincare. Doesn't matter how much makeup you've got what you've got. I mean, some people would look at my collection and say it's a lot, and some other people who get sent PR would say you haven't got that much. I would say I've got way too much and it's making me feel overwhelmed, almost like anxious every time I look at it, because like I don't have a beauty room. Do you guys have beauty rooms? And all the makeup is in my bedroom, so like when I'm on the bed, like trying to go to sleep, I feel like I need to do some feng shui and sort it all out. Definitely need to do a declutter. Over 500. Wow, that is a lot. But eyeshadow is a game changer, isn't it? I absolutely love eyeshadow. Oh my god, Heather, that breaks my heart, LOL. I can't declutter, I just can't. I really, really enjoy a good declutter. I'm going to try and do, like last time, I only decluttered 46. And I say only, I know it's a lot. I'm going to try and declutter more this go around. So this is why I'm doing the Second Chance Sundays. And this is why I'm trying to establish, do I want to keep it? I don't want to just get rid of things for the sake of getting rid of things and be like, oh, I really wanted that palette, and then have to repurchase it again. Or I don't even know if they sell this. Do they still sell this on Juvia's Place? And even if they did, I wouldn't buy it from Juvia's Place. I'm just trying to establish what my feelings are on it. I don't declutter them away. I put them boxes under my bed, haha, and go and sell them if I ever go home from vacation. I've heard a lot of people put them in boxes. I just get rid of them. I take them to my mum's. So they're coming from my house to my mum's house. And basically she's got, I feel like my mum's got the most extensive collection that a 74-year-old woman should have. And she's like, oh, I don't need all these eyeshadow palettes, Andrea. And I'm like, Mum, what we'll do is we'll sit down, we'll go through the ones that you've got that you've had for a while, and you can just pass them on or you can throw them in the bin. She has used them, so it's not a waste. and she gets new stuff. So, and then if I'm not obviously giving it to her, I'll give it to my niece, who's really into makeup at the moment. She's 14, so, you know, kids like makeup, don't they? So that's what I do. I just don't have the room. If I'm going to declutter, it's leaving my house. I'm decluttering for a reason, you know, because I don't have the room for them. And I really don't. It's stressing me out. When I see people declutter, I want to say, sell me them. Sell them to me, lol. But I don't, because I know people don't like that. People put it on Depop, like second-hand makeup on Depop. You know, I feel like personally, as long as you're sanitising makeup, like for me, I feel like it's okay. I'm sure I got this from Depop. I know that I didn't get this from Juvia's Place, and I sanitised it as soon as it came to me. I don't have an issue with buying used makeup. A lot of people will have. So yeah, I'm going to set up a Poshmark. Yeah, good for you. I do buy from Macari. I just spray it with alcohol. Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. But like I said, I'm not actually buying anything at the moment. Right. I still don't know what eyeshadow out of here to wear. I did go in wanting to use that purple. This one, Farzo. It's got like a blue shift. It's really, really pretty. It's not exactly going to go with my top though, is it? Right, let's just go in with a bronze Barano, because that will go with my top. I didn't used to be bothered about this. Right, so I'm going in with this BK Beauty 212. I want to get a set of the BK Beauty hooded eyes set. It's expensive, but I feel like it's worth it because I really like this one. So we'll go in with the lightest shade first, Cassie. It's what I've been using every time I've used this palette. Right, let's turn the light down. I just feel at the moment blah about eyeshadow palettes. Not about using what I've got, but about buying them. There is absolutely nothing I'm interested in. What about you guys? Any eyeshadow palettes that you're thinking about? I did see Trend Mood post that Natasha Denona golden one. And I thought, that could be a contender for Black Friday. No, I don't think it is. I think if anything, I'm going to try and dupe it with my Colourpop singles. But I don't know if I've got shades that I like it. I need to wait and see someone come out with swatches and see if I can dupe it. I still want that Yucca palette by Natasha Denona. But I just don't know. I was talking about getting the Mario Ethereal eyes. And I looked at it. Someone did a short, you know, swatching it. And it just looks like the I Need a Nude. So I'm not going to spend, I think it was £64 or it's £69 on a palette that I've already got, essentially. I mean, obviously, the textures aren't going to be right in the palette, but I feel like it's mainly mattes anyway. I made a list of brands that I want to try, and I am making myself trying new brands instead of brands I regularly buy from. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've got so much though, like, especially indie makeup. I've got singles by Pastel Roses that I barely use, and I need to start using them because otherwise they're going to go bad. I mean, I feel like indie makeup doesn't last as long as normal makeup anyway. So yeah, I need to start doing that. Then obviously there's that beautiful Danessa Myricks palette. Then there's my entire like 5 Glamonatrix palettes that I've got. And then there's like, I'm just overwhelmed. I don't like to complain about it too much though, because obviously I'm lucky to have what I've got. So I'm going to go in with this Nana shade first. Not first, but now. This will deepen it up a bit. Have you tried Glam Shop from Poland? I've got 1 palette from them and loads of singles. I was going to say signals. So I've got the Zelone palette, the green one. I don't think they're even selling that anymore. That's beautiful. It really is. I'm sure I did a live with it not so long ago. See, you've made sales already, Heather. Send me your link when you do, Heather, and I will buy stuff from you. Jamie says. Huh. I just feel like I'm at the stage now where I don't really want to buy makeup. I feel like my money is better going elsewhere. I don't even know what's going to happen in the next year for my YouTube channel. I've been really thinking about kind of quitting YouTube. I probably won't. It's probably just hotter. But you can't carry it on forever, can you? I have a bad habit of buying from brands I know and then get upset with myself for not trying new brands and hearing great things about them. Who are your favourite brands, Heather? Sorry, Jamie. I love indie brands. I like to search out the parent companies and find the cheapest of the lot. Same formula, why not? Exactly. Right, I think then I'm going to go in with Zakaya. I've not used that one yet. So this one here. I'll just go in with the same brush that came in one of the Anastasia palettes. I think for me though, I'm not a collector. I know it looks like I am with all the eyeshadow palettes I've got. I'm not having a go or anything at these people, but some people like to collect every eyeshadow from a certain brand. So in that sense, they are collectors. I've never been like that. I just buy what I like. Yeah, I'm just blending this out now. And a lot of my collection, shall we say, we'll just call it a collection, even though I don't feel like it is. A lot of my eyeshadow palettes have been brought into my collection, my makeup collection, because I've wanted to do reviews, and I just think that's silly. You know, I'm over that now. How do you do that? You need to teach me how. LOL. Makeup has gotten so expensive. You're telling me? So I feel like I started my no-buy at the right time. And I don't know what I'm going to do next year if I'm still on YouTube. I don't know whether I'm going to set myself a budget and do a low buy. And when I say a budget, it'll be £100. It won't be any more than that. It might even be less than that. Just need some glitter glue now. Right, so W7 Sparkle Stay. You know, I know, like, I can go another 6 months without a problem of not actually bringing any makeup into my collection. So I've already done it. And I never thought I'd be able to. Makeup is getting ridiculously priced. I use the Google machine. I also learned a ton from the Beautiful and Bothered podcast with Johnny Ross and Kevin B. I've never thought about doing that either. It's a good thing to know how to do though. Right, let's get my eyeliners. Okay, let's go in with a Ted Baker. It's just a black eyeliner. It doesn't have a shade name. So we're going to tightline first. Great, I've got it on the lid now. And then I'm going to use the Wayne Goss Essential Eye Core Pencil in Precious Opal. Oh, my eyes aren't up for this today. Yeah, of course, so many companies are owned by one brand, that's luxury and drugstore brands. I know, they're very sneaky, aren't they, as well? Okay. Right, I'm going to go on with this very, very inexpensive brush by Body Care in the UK. It says it's by a brand called Q Beauty. It's just a blend eyeshadow brush. Right, Burano, this one here. It's just a very, very simple bronze. I should have put a different top on. like the KVD eyeliner is actually the old... Is it really the old Marc Jacobs liner? How did they get away with it? It's nice though. Same company owners, right? So that's how they get away with it. It's like companies that do dupes. Revolution are terrible for it. And it's like, you know, I do feel sorry for the people that sometimes have spent years on coming out of a product and Revolution just sweep in there and basically steal the product. Right, I'm going to go in with the ring finger. It is a bit chunky. I'm just going to tap that on. Right, so I'm still in a conundrum. Let me check how many eyeshadows in here that look nice enough for me to keep, because it could be just a palette that I'm just going to keep. I think I'll keep it. I'm not going to do any more like second chance Sundays with it. I'll maybe do some looks with it off camera and then just post them to Instagram. So if you're interested, you can always check it out over there. And also on TikTok, you know, I do post quite a bit on there as well. I definitely want to use this Farzo shade because this is one of the best shades in the palette, in my opinion. This Nubia shade, I think I want to keep. This, I feel like I can get in any palette. This green one, I definitely want to keep. So that's what, potentially 1, 2, 3. And then I want to try Vi and Umoja. I think that them two would look good together. And I wouldn't mind trying Yara out by itself as well. So if it came to that, I'd probably just keep the palette as is rather than depotting it. Because it would potentially be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers. And then I like to use these anyway, these like more neutral shades here. So that's 8. How many? 4, 8, 12, 6. That's like half the palette. I remember when e.l.f. and brands like that were incredibly cheap. They're not anymore, are they? And they still are the cheaper ones, but not like they used to be. e.l.f. a long time ago wasn't more than $3. Yes, I feel like e.l.f. is really up there, like, especially the skincare line of e.l.f. Like, I feel like it's quite expensive, not compared to things like Drunk Elephant and other high-end skincare, but compared with this was like £5 or something, and an e.l.f. day cream is more like 10. So yeah, you do definitely have to shop around. LVMH owns a few companies: Marc Jacobs, Louis Vuitton, Fenty, Dior, to name a few. Wow. e.l.f. is high-end in Australia. Crazy. The thing is with the Australia currency as well, like me and my friend Lisa were talking about it because she lives there. It's like, so an e.l.f. product could be £10 here in the UK, and it will be like $20 there, and it's exactly the same price, but it sounds more because, you know, because it's a different currency over there. So yeah, I mean, a lot of like the drugstore, like even Maybelline, is more expensive in Australia. Just gonna blend that out. I know Pink, Victoria's Secrets and Bath and Body are all the same owner. We don't have a Bath and Body Works. I think there's a Victoria's Secrets in Manchester at the Trafford Centre. So unless they've got a Bath and Body Works there now, I don't know. Possibly. Right, I always forget exchange rates. It works out about the same from what me and Lisa have discovered. It just sounds worse than it is because obviously, like, the pound, sounds like the pound's cheaper than the dollar, but it's not. Right, I feel like I need to do something for the inner corner. I feel like I want to do this yellow gold. I love this yellow gold. This one here. So that one's Nubia. I'll be back. No worries, Heather. I don't think this live's going to last much longer now anyway. Everything has changed. Mikari used to be incredibly cheap. Now people overprice things, and with shipping you might as well buy it new. Same with eBay. Like that primer that I wanted, someone was trying to charge £15 plus shipping, so that meant £20 they wanted with shipping, and it's a £4 primer, and I actually got mine for £2. That's why I got so many of them. They do it because they can. Like that yellow gold. I won't pay them kind of crazy prices. If I know what something's worth, like, so say for instance that primer, I knew it was worth £4 because my mum bought me my first one and that's what she paid for it, as if I'm going to pay 15. Right, so I'm just using the 17 mascara now. And now Mikari changed things. The seller doesn't pay selling fees anymore, the buyer does. So basically, the seller is making more money than ever. I mean, I don't need an eyeshadow palette that much that I'm willing to pay above and beyond. And what you've got to think about as well, Jamie, how long that person had said palette. Like, on eBay, there's a Colourpop That's Top palette, and I've wanted it ages. And it's like, well, how long have they had it? Has the palette, like, when the palette came, did they actually open it up to see what it looked like? Because as soon as you open a palette up, it starts like deteriorating, really, doesn't it? You know, it's got a shelf life. Right, let's do this again. So yeah, that beautiful. People are selling the Lightworks palette for 400 and Mikari, like, seriously, they won't sell it. They'll have to drop the price eventually. Because is that one of the ones that go for 125? I'm not too sure. Right, so all my lipsticks must be in my handbag. I've only got lip glosses here and lip balms that are in this pot. Sorry, not all my lipsticks. So I feel like I'm going to reach over and I'm going to wear this Give Beauty one. I've not really worn it that much. This one is Original Recipe. It's a beautiful, beautiful red. And I think it'll look nice with this look. Oh, I like the look of that. The double the prices of Ensley Rain when it's still available on Ensley Rain website. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I've not bought anything from Ensley Rain. I'm not interested in buying anything from them either. And also, you know, it's a case of like, these companies are in the US. Am I going to have to pay customs to even get it shipped into the UK? Am I obviously going to have to pay a large shipping fee, which, yeah, I will have to. So I just don't buy from them. I feel like the only company abroad that I'm going to buy for is probably Glamonatrix and maybe Gloss Gods as well, but they aren't that far from the UK. I think they're based in Sweden. So yeah, I'm back. Severe thunderstorms sweeping through. The dogs needed me. Oh. What kind of dogs do you have? My sister, well, not my sister, my niece has got this beautiful border collie. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's called Luna. Ensley Rain is in my list, but holy moly, the price. I've just heard some really bad things about them. And doesn't sit right with me. So, yeah, it's just one. Even if I could, even if I lived in the US, I wouldn't be buying from them. Be safe, Heather. Yeah, be safe. I'm safe. Temperature dropped over 10 degrees real quick. Okay, so I'm done. Makeup's on. I really, really like it. I like this palette more than I thought I did. I for sure thought by now, I mean, I must have done like 4 looks. And yeah, I've done one with Nubia, obviously one with Buranu today, one with Boozer. No, I've only done 3. I thought for now I'd have an opinion on it. I thought definitely this would be kind of last chance saloon, this look that I was doing today. I thought it would be with this Farzo shade, but I'm still undecided about whether I want to keep or declutter it. Maybe that means I should just keep it. I don't know. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it here. Again, if you can like this video, I would really, really appreciate it. It would mean a lot to me. I love Juvia's Place and the price is always right. My favourite palette from Juvia's Place that's in my collection is Garden of Juvia's, is it? The pastel one. Really, really like that one. So that's going nowhere. And I think the Zulu, I'm not too sure on keeping either. So at some stage I will be doing looks with that. I just feel like, you know, if I don't want them and I'm not going to gravitate towards them, what is the point in keeping them in my collection? Anyway, I've talked now for nearly 70 minutes and I'm sure I'm boring you. Thank you so much, Jamie, Heather, and whoever else has been in. I really do appreciate it. And thank you to all those who watch later. Bye for now.